Hello everyone, my name is Imperius and welcome back to Eviternity II. Today we are in map 7, Sovereign, or Sovereign. And it's a very tough little start to this one. Very frantic, a lot of running around. 624 enemies is no joke. And I would say the chaos, especially of the beginning bit here, is the real sort of step up in difficulty from ultra-violence, as we will see. So there's quite a lot of revenants, quite a lot of cacodemons. The cacodemons will slowly close in on you over time as well. There is a cyberdemon at the back, which is new. But he cannot shoot us from here. Yikes. Very frantic. But we're not dead yet. It's not over yet, Snake. That was silly. And one of the tricky things about this opening really is resources. You just don't have any resources. You don't really have the big weapons yet either. So whilst you do get a green armor, it is quite tight. And at some point I am going to make a dash over to the right hand side, which is where I like to go first, because you can get a double shotgun and a blue armor over there before we come back and clear out the rest of the middle. Now I'm purposefully sort of staying in this one area because I don't want to wake up even more stuff. Well, I want to wake it up on my terms, so I'm kind of staying in this little area. But as you can see, once you go around here, there's another 2 revenants that pop up. And once you go over here, all of the stuff down here in the so-called right section wakes up. So we are gently teasing our way into this, which is the way that I've found to be most effective. So that's like another 4 revenants woken up, and they can get to you if you aren't too careful or are a little unlucky. And also, if you stray too far to the sides, the cyberdemon can get you as well. Whereas if you stay at the top there, he cannot. So, yikes. 1 health now. It's way more than I need. This isn't exactly peak gameplay. This is a little sloppy because the beginning bit is, you know, you're settling into a run. Your seriousness sort of evolves as you get deeper and deeper. Right now, 3 minutes in, I'm kind of just playing around a little bit. Certainly not taking it as seriously as we will get to. And there's the astrals coming in. Now, I like to do laps around this pyramid, or ziggurat, perhaps, just to sort of try and bring everything together. The astrals are quite terrifying given the amount of damage they can do, but if we keep going we should be fine. And as you can see, we're already 150 enemies in, so that's what, 25%, and we're only 4 minutes into the level. Which, given the length of this video, is what, about 30 minutes. That it does tell you something. It tells you that the level does kind of teeter off a little bit, in its intensity at least, after this first little section. Right, we got our double shotgun, and we're going to just come down here, try and kill the snipers. Now try and push my way up here. Now, one word of advice when you're coming around to this area is that there's a key fight here a little bit later on. And what you don't want to do is take all of the health, ammo and supplies now, because it means when you do that fight later, which is probably the hardest fight in the level, you can have a bit of a dearth of stuff. But we'll come in here first because there's a secret switch on the little walkway up here. Press that, press it again. That opens up the center of the ziggurat to our left once we come out this door. Inside we will get a blue armor. I think it's a blue armor. And a little trap as well. It's a little hit scan trap. Also an archvile. Yikes, that was risky. I should have ducked behind that torch there, tried to block his flames. Ah, he wouldn't have killed me anyway. Not on 80 health, it's some green armor. As you can see, I'm actually very low on supplies here. So I do just want to be a bit careful. So all of that ammo in the water, I think I'm going to leave for the moment, because I will need that a little bit later on when we do that fight there. So that's why I'm not picking those up now. Instead, we're going to continue clearing stuff out. And I would probably say, I would be bold enough to say that we've probably done the hardest part of the level so far, which is the opening itself. Like I said, 256 enemies killed in 7.5 minutes is a lot. And I would say, did that look easy? I mean, I was at 3 health and 1 health at one point. It probably didn't look easy, and I don't think it was. I think it's quite tricky, actually. I think you just need to play it a few times to get the feel of the opening. And then once you get through that, it's a more methodical progression through the rest of the level where you just kind of clear out rooms. There's 2 noteworthy fights, which are the sunken ziggurat fight, the one over in the right area, the place where I left all that ammo. And we'll get to that. That's probably the trickiest one. And then there's the final fight, which is pretty straightforward. In fact, it felt virtually identical to how it played out on Ultraviolence. So that is not something to worry about too much. However, we are still stuck with a little bit, well, not enough, a little bit not enough ammo. And so I'm going to try and get a bit of infighting going. I'm going to try and go around the other side as well. Try not to get blocked by those green spectre things. And I'm going to try and stay around the side of this because I don't want to get rockets smashed. And yeah, we've woken up those 2 revenants because we dove too far down. Now we've got this left-hand side area as well, so I just want to keep an eye on things. We'll go do that section next. In fact, you need to do that next, because you need to do that to get the blue key to go back to the right-hand side section. But like I said, I like to do that a bit first to get the blue armor, which I haven't actually picked up, I now realise, and the double shotgun. So we're going to stand over here, and hopefully the Cyber Demon shoots some shots, and we can do a bit of infighting. He just chucked that behind him. I saw that. That is worthy of a replay moment if you just caught that. The Hell Knight was facing me and threw his projectile behind himself. Very casual. Yikes. So I think this is the only cyber demon in the level, and you can't really... He's not that dangerous. So far as cyber demons go, he's not that dangerous. So we're just going to go back and forward and try and kill him. Looks like it's going to have to be bullets though. And there we go. He is dead. And behind him is the exit. So that went pretty well, I think. And I'd say now we can officially say that we've sorted out the opening. It's all done now. Now the level is ours to take at our own pace. And despite only being halfway through the level, we're not even halfway through the run yet. In terms of kill count, anyway. Yikes. Where did he come from? But I really like this level. I think that they've taken the design of this sort of, what is it, not Mesopotamia. It's like South American sort of Aztec style, and really opened it up. Like, this is a full big open level with lots of structures. I really like this level. It almost feels like something that would fit into a Scythe 2 map pack. Or maybe what a more modern rendition of a Scythe 2 style WOD would be. That's where my mind goes anyway when I see this. It really is quite beautiful the way it's all put together. The way the different levelings work in terms of like height and stuff. I think the texturing is really nice. It is an enjoyable level to play and a delight to look at. I wouldn't say it's particularly difficult. I think the opening is difficult, and the one fight with the sunken ziggurat is a little tricky. But otherwise, I think that the level is not so much difficult as it is intense. Like, there's always something to shoot. There's always like 4 things you need to shoot. And so the intensity is there, but I wouldn't mistake intensity for difficulty. Once you get past that opening, it is fairly straightforward. Which, given it's only level 7, again, I think isn't too unreasonable. But I would also add that this felt easier to me than, say, map 3 did. Or even, maybe map 4 or 5? I kind of like that the difficulty, in a way, resets itself for each little episode. I think it keeps it fresh, because what you don't want is just an ever-ramping level of difficulty through a 30-level Megawad, because that gets quite exhausting to play. So I do like the fact and appreciate the fact that it kind of resets itself in between the mini-sodes. And having that combination of short and long levels, I think helps with that as well. Some supplies around here. Another suit of green armor. Co-op optimized, I'm sure. And now, since we raised these little pillars, we're going to hop across. We're going to hop over here and over here. Now press on the wall, and this is a secret. There it is. Which will lead us to a blue armor. Now, given I didn't pick up the one earlier, might as well pick up this one. But you want to be picking up one of them. I think I did intend to get the one in the first area first. That's normally why I go there. But I didn't in this case. So I think that's why. But the point I was getting to was you want to keep one of them for the final fight, so that you can be as fully stacked as possible for that final fight. Right, we're just going to try and see if we can kill this guy. Kind of, but not really. Now I've switched the bullets here just because I have quite a lot of bullets. They're static archviles, they don't really pose a threat. And I do want to try and save my rockets for the fight that comes after this. Once you drop down into the water, there's a little set piece fight. It can get out of control if you let it, but if you're quick with your rockets and you sort of stem the revenant flow, it's not too bad. Now this guy will, it's only got 14 bullets left. Still, I'm going to pick those rockets quite carefully, because I don't want to waste them. Cool. Pick up the rest of the rockets, and we've got plenty left for this next section. So we're going to press the switch, there's going to be a little fight here. We're going to start off by coming and killing these revenants, try and kill them as quickly as possible. Now we've got one Cyber Baron. Yikes. Focus him down. And then we got an Archvile. And you've also got Cacodems coming from the back. So this is what I mean. It's not too difficult if you are on top of it and can kill everything quite quickly. But if you're a little bit too slow, then it can get out of control and you'll die. Watch out for these chaps. There's a chain gun around there. Oops, he got away. There he is. And there's the blue key. Now we can go back over to the area that we first went to and go through the blue doors. And there's two ways you can take to do this actually. You don't need to push that switch now. That is just one of the two switches you need to activate the final fight. The other one being the red one that you would have just spotted there. But anyway, the blue key. So you can come through this way, or you can come through a slightly different door, but they both lead to the same place. And in here, the backpack is booby-trapped, so do watch out for that. That's why I'm not running straight forward. I'm going to try and kill that chain gun at first. Now, trigger the trap, kill the shotguns first, because obviously hit scan, and then we'll just kill the Hellites. Nice and simple. And there is another secret here that we will get for a Berserk pack. So press that switch, lowers this wall, and there's your Berserk pack. Probably should have kept it, just in case I needed the full 100 health, but I don't think I'll need it, and I don't want to come back this way if I don't want to. If I don't have to, sorry. Come up here because it gives you a nice vantage point on the Mancubi. And there is this switch you can press which raises some stairs. I don't think they're necessary at all, but it's nice to have. It's nice to make sure, it's nice to live with the comfort knowing that all buttons have been pressed. Lest you wake up in the night in a cold sweat thinking of those buttons that you didn't press. Right, there are two Archviles in this fountain. I'm going to wake them both up so that they don't, so that we can kill them as priority targets. And then we're just going to come back here and use our rockets to finish them off. As you can see, 23 rockets. I don't have a lot, Ammo is quite tight. Do not want to pick up that green armor. Instead, I'm going to come up here and kill some of the hit scans. Corporals. And then there is a secret. One of these fountains is not watering, so we can press that, and that gives us a cell pack and some rockets. Very nice. Couple of astrals at the back there, we'll just focus them down, or try to at least. And then there's a little cupboard here full of corporals that you want to watch out for, because they will shoot you in the back. Now, our final secret is behind this wall, and it's got a nice little trap here, so we're going to trigger it and run out. There we go. Do not get caught in there, that would be very bad. That was something I learned on my ultra-violence playthrough. And I think the arch file is new. I don't think there's an arch file in there on ultra-violence. But again, I would say, well, like I said at the beginning, I don't think that the Annihilate Me differences add to the difficulty so much as they add to the intensity for this level. With one exception, which we're just about to come up to. It is this fight, the Sunken Ziggurat fight, which I think is the hardest one in the game. In the level. So, when we pick up this key, the whole thing is going to lower, and we're going to be in an arena. And you can see we've got these arachnotrons. I'm going to kill one of them, because when you kill one of them, it spawns an arch file where it was. There we go, that's one dead. And that gives us a bit of a safe space now, because we can't be hit from everywhere. We can only be hit by 2 of the 3 sides. Now, what I did on Ultraviolence was, I think they were normal arachnotrons on Ultraviolence. I would just focus them all down, and then I think maybe imps teleported in, or something like totally inoffensive. Whereas if you try and focus them all down to begin with, then you get 3 archviles surrounding you, and you are absolutely fucked. So, one at a time, try and get the other ones to infight. These things are infighting machines because of the big spray of stuff that they throw at you. And then once you've created that one safe space, the fight becomes a lot more manageable. The other thing that can go wrong in this fight, like I was saying towards the start of the run, is that you can run out of rockets. And if you run out of rockets when you're down here, again, you're kind of fucked. So that's why I like to not pick up the extra ammo that is down here, just in case I need it, and why I've been a bit careful with rockets throughout the level, because I wanted to make sure that I had enough for this fight. Now, what now? Well, we do still have one secret missing, but that is, of course, the blue armor that we opened up at the start that we didn't pick up. So I'm going to try and trigger this. Like I said, it was a hit scan ambush, and we survived that. That's really good. So now we can get ourselves up to 200. We're going to collect all of the ammo that we can. And then we're going to go to the final fight, where we're going to get ourselves a plasma gun. And again, like I said, I don't think the final fight is actually that difficult. I'm not even sure it's any different to what it is on Ultraviolence. I haven't died on this at all, even when I did the practice run and some of the attempts that... Well, I suppose that's it actually, just on the practice runs. Whereas I did die on that sunken ziggurat fight. So, once you press both switches, it will lower the middle section. And we can go to there. The plasma gun will rise up, but you can press a button and get up there. So you press the button, quickly get on this little platform, get the plasma gun, and then just go nuts. Standard horseshoe. Or circling if you can. Focus the elementals first, and then just try and keep away from the astrals while you focus them down as your secondary target. Ooh, reverse directions. That was a bit sketchy, shouldn't have done that. Don't get too close to astrals, it's not worth it. They kill you far too quickly. But as you can see, like, nothing really bad happened there. That was pretty straightforward. I've got plenty of plasma. And what, there were 2 pain elementals and then 2 astrals? Oh, go away. And there we go, yellow key, and we can go and exit once we've pressed these 2 side switches. I thought this would start a second phase when I first played this, but actually no. It is just what it is. And I am missing 7 enemies. I always forget about these enemies. There's this extra bit, this non-secret area you can go to once you get the blue key. You can come through here, and then some enemies teleport in up on this little ledge. I always forget about this. And there you go. All kills, all secrets. I'm not really sure even what the point of this area is. Oh, I guess that's what the point is. Okay, so you could have actually got a plasma gun a lot earlier. Well, I'll know that for any future playthroughs. But for this one, there we go. Map 7, done and dusted. Really have no notes on this level. I really enjoyed it. It's probably my favourite one up to this point in the WOD. But anyway, thank you very much for watching that one, and I'll see you in the next one.